Cool. All right. So, Stormzy. Fuck it. Well, we're here.
Hey.
Shit. He dropped his new single, Out of the Blue, one Thursday evening.
Mel Made Me
Do It, named after his stylist, Melissa's Wardrobe, influencer as well.
Salute her.
It's a 7-minute track, 10-minute video. The video basically caught the whole flipping UK by storm because of its, pardon the pun, due to the appearances of various A-list people. Usain Bolt, Jose Mourinho.
Gabrielle.
She's not A-list, but respect to Gabrielle.
Sorry.
She's not A-list, respectfully.
Don't be disrespectful, man.
Is she A-list, sir?
Yes. Out of reach.
Come
on, man. I said dreams can come true. No, you're not about to do Gabrielle.
I really didn't want you to answer because then he would have had to answer.
Anyway, she was 30 Watt before 30 Watt. We're not about to discriminate.
See, you're adding shit. 30 Watt. Right now. Okay.
With a patch eye. I'll send you to Gabrielle.
Okay, cool. Jonathon Ross, ZZ Mills, and then the whole
Ian Wright,
Jazzy B,
Mega Man,
Heady One,
Dave.
JME, Dave, Little Sims, the representatives of Link Up TV, SBTV,
Jamal Edwards,
Edwards, and GRM Daily, Tiana Major 9, Gabrielle, and a load of different extensions and eras and generations of Black British music and culture. And it was very much a thing that stopped the scene in its tracks, man. It was Stormzy rapping his ass off and giving us a video where not only was he paying tribute to those that came before him, but he was also flossing hard. He was wearing Bottega Veneta jackets. He was wearing flipping Patek Philippe watches. So the lime green jacket that he was wearing that Melissa's Wardrobe was linting, that's a Bottega Veneta.
How much it cost?
I don't even... More than you can ever imagine.
More
than you can ever imagine. Loads of different watches. You know what I mean? He was bragging about bumping into Prince William in the gym.
Fam.
So yeah.
Got Jose Mourinho in the video.
Jose Mourinho not even saying anything.
Bruv.
Yeah, it was a mad one. I mean, you were on Twitter that night. It was a meltdown. Everybody wanted to be Stormzy.
Fam.
Everybody wanted his flipping bank account. Everybody wanted his lifestyle. Everybody wanted everything. Everybody wanted Birkin bags because Melissa's Wardrobe had a Birkin bag, which is apparently like $200K.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dust is settled now. And boys, I mean, the dust is kind of settled, but yeah. Stormzy, Mel Made Me Do It. What do we think?
You want to start?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I just say thank you very much to Stormzy?
Okay.
All right, cool. This might be a hot take. If it is, shoot me. This, to me, this was the biggest moment in UK music in a long time, in terms of just as a moment. I don't remember the last time, I'm just going to go on bare tangents here. This might be the first time in UK in like the last 5-6 years, I've saw one video get sent to 3 different group chats. This got sent to the Me and Ozzy one. This got sent to the Rhymes Like Dimes one. This got sent to Arlanda. Like, that don't happen in UK music. No one stops music to where, yo, everybody go watch this video ASAP. Then I sat down on the video. Then I heard him go, yo, the S on my chest stands for success, but the M on my head stands for my millions. I was like, yes, it's a Stormzy I need. Talk your shit. Tell me I'm broke. Stun on everyone here. This guy said Tom Holland's my neighbor. Spider-Man.
Figures and flows is a different type of F.
Fam.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, with Stormzy, it's been a case of where, obviously, Yemi hates him doing gospel music, and Yemi's a heathen because he didn't like Blinded by Your Grace when we went to his concert. But when he does stuff like this, I get why. Because when Stormzy's rapping, bro, and he's spitting, it's a different feeling. And with Stormzy, I think Stormzy's had the most pressure UK's rapper had to me in a long time. I don't think a UK's rapper has ever had this level of pressure going into a third album. Because to me, this was make or break for Stormzy. If this third album don't bang, we're looking at you in a whole nother light because of who your peers are. And it was, bro, from the aesthetics of the music video to the bars to... This was a flawless song to me. This was a flawless video. Like, I think it's the best video UK artist arguably has ever had. I think it's arguably one of the best ever. And that might be hyperbole and that might be in the moment at the time. But I don't remember UK music video being on this level. We might have had important videos. I don't think we've had a better video. Do you get what I mean? Like, we might have had videos that we needed at that time, but as a better all around, for 10 minutes. Every avenue took you. When he had a lighter and he was just, and you old washed up, like, it was boring. And he had a lighter and then he flips and then you got Jose and then you flip and then you've got Mel and then you flip and then you've got the black celebrities and then you change it and now you're spitting again. It was just so many things going on. Then you walk in the two dogs to your crib. Stormzy, when Stormzy's in his bag and it's not gospel music and it's just straight stunting, talking shit, talking grease. I'm better than you lot. I'm the GOAT. It is what it is. Accept it or go away. I get why he's the people's champ. Like, I don't know how else to put it. I get why he's the people's champ. And Stormzy needs to talk his shit. It's about time he talks his shit. Stormzy's done stuff that people in the UK can never understand. This guy headlined Glastonbury off one album. He's done stuff he's took UK rap to another pedestal. And because people didn't like his last album, they discredited him. A lot of people discredit Stormzy. A lot of people don't give Stormzy what he deserves. And they downplay his talent. And I genuinely think this album might be just pure. This song was nothing but pure anger. It was nothing but pure anger to everyone that doubted him. And I think it was aesthetically, it was beautiful, man. Like, it was beautiful, honestly. To me, it's a flawless video, man.
Do you think the song is better than the video, or the video better than the song, or do you think they're equally on par?
If I had to pick one, I'd say the video might be better than the song, but I think it's equally on par.
Do you remember the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what I like though, because there was no chorus.
Okay.
There's no chorus in that song.
Yeah.
It's just barred for 7 minutes. Like, you're not meant to remember it, if that makes sense. You're just remember when it's not a chorus. You're just meant to remember bars here and there. The fact I haven't listened to this song in a couple of days, but you can pick out bars just off the top of your head. It's just like, yo, I remember when he said that. I remember when he said that. To me, it's. But this guy went on a 7-minute tangent of just like, yo, I'm better than you lot and take it, and it is what it is. It's up to you how you lot want it.
Bill splurs.
Bro, do you know? This guy said, if I see a girl, if I see her going to Dubai, it's a rap. And he was pointing at you. This guy, do you know what it is? The camera panned and it went dark and it was one man. He goes, if I ever see a girl with Dubai, I said, no. Yo, Stormzy, if he gives me just one last thing before you man go. If Stormzy gives me an album of just rapping, we're going to be good. That's all I'm saying. We're in good hands if he gives us an album of just rapping. Respectfully. I've heard Blinded by Your Grace. I've heard these church songs. I've heard you, get me? I've heard the choirs. I've heard you try to sing. I heard the Tracy Beaker anthem. Bro, this is what I need, man. Like, this is what put you on the map. So, to me, aesthetically, it was a flawless album. Bars-wise, he barred down, man. Stormzy, but we know Stormzy can rap. I just think, if I said something, if I was to point out something negative about this song, I'd be reaching. Like, I'll be reaching to find something negative.
My questions are probably a bit leading, innit? So I should probably say what I think about this.
I think I know what you're going to say.
The thing, innit? I thoroughly enjoyed the video, man. Oh, man.
I know what you're going
Bro, the visuals were absolutely amazing, bro. Like, because I think, similar to you, I had it kind of dropped in a couple of different group chats. And I'm not the biggest Stormzy fan, so I was kind of umming and ahhing about whether to even press play. Like, was I going to spend my time? You know, my time's precious. Was I even going to spend my time listening to this tape? So I thought, you know what, man, let me give it a go, man, because Nee was saying something in the group chat. And for him to say what he said, I was like, okay, let me at least listen. So I pressed play.
It's the Orlando one, isn't it?
Yeah, so I pressed play. I was like, oof. Yeah, I feel him. And I just thought the aesthetics were absolutely, like, amazing, man. I loved it, man. I loved how he was able to kind of bridge the gap between multiple generations within our UK culture. And it wasn't just a music thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was fashion, it was like sports.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It was just, it was dope to see that, man. It was dope to see, like, our legends as well in like such a fly light, man. You had Trevor Nelson and that, you had Mega Man and that, do you know what I mean? Big up ZZ Mills and that. Regardless of how you feel. Jonathon Ross. This guy had Jonathon Ross, Z Mills, Louis Theroux on the same couch.
When Usain Bolt was watching them.
You feel me? That's a flex on the half.
As well? Another girl next
Dina Asher-Smith. Yeah. Big up her as well. So yeah, I thoroughly love the aesthetics, man. You had Jose Mourinho, like we said earlier as well, which I think was a bit of a flex too. And I just loved, like, just the aesthetics as you panned from different scene to different scene to different scene. It just looks so fresh, man. And that's why, like, I think the topic that we're going to do, the video one, is going to be dope, man, because, like, that leads perfectly into that, but we won't get into that now. And yeah, I loved the video, man. I really, really enjoyed the video, man. The song itself, yeah, as I said, I'm not the biggest Stormzy fan, do you know what I mean? But I really enjoyed what he was doing on it, man. Like, from a performance standpoint, like, from a lyrical standpoint, I enjoyed it. I think I got what I would get from a Stormzy, do you know what I mean? To me, he's not the most lyrical miracle, but you don't always need that. I love his delivery. I've always, like, loved his delivery. And I just loved how he stayed in pocket and also switched up the flows as well quite a bit on the song as well. Because 10 minutes is a long time. Do you know what I mean? So I just thoroughly enjoyed his lyrical performance as well, man. So I'm just going to say that the video probably is better than the song, but the song was dope too. I think it's what we needed. I think based on what I hear from Stormzy fans, it's what they would have wanted too. And it sounds as though he's kind of coming back with a point to prove in it. Because I think he hears the criticism. You know what I mean? He made references to, what people say on Twitter about him not really a real spitter. So he hears it. You know what I mean? He hears it. So that's probably what inspires this tune as well, man. So I am looking forward to what he's going to bring on the next album and that, man. And I just appreciate, like, everything about this tune, man. That was just, like, it just spelt, like, black British excellence, like, from the visuals to the song itself. I loved when he had, like, Stylo G just coming out of nowhere, man. Start talking about Dan Dada. I was like, yes! This is what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Big up Stormzy, man. I really, really enjoyed this, man. Really enjoyed it, bro. Yeah.
Is this going to make you go to the album when it drops?
100%.
As soon as it drops?
100%. I think similar to what you said, I think visually it's one of the best videos I've ever seen. It's one of the best videos I've ever seen. Because just the way he was able to just bridge the gap between generations and the genres as well, like it was wild, man. It was completely unexpected. Completely unexpected. Came out of nowhere.
The poem in the background as they're all standing
the past,
up there.
The present, do you know what I mean? And then they, they're able to salute SBTV as
Jamal
well.
Edwards.
Jamal, that was beautiful as well. Seeing Jamal's mum in the video as well, that was beautiful as well. It was just wonderful for our scene, man. It was very, very like dope for our scene. And I think like visually, I think it's kind of like everyone needs to make sure that they're up in the levels visually too. Because that video was a lot, man. And granted, Stormzy's got a lot of people behind him, but still, man, artistically, like, man, it was a lot.
I got my masters. What do you say? I own my own master. I ain't
got no masters. Yeah, it was just a lot, man. But yeah, I loved it, man. So big up Stormzy.
It was a flex. The whole song was a flex.
Boy, I ain't really got a whole lot to say about it. I love the song. I love the video. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. The video's a classic already. For the same reasons that you've said, as far as bridging, as far as bridging the gap between the cultures, the fact that he was able to get so many people on there, the way it thematically just flowed from start to finish. I think you can't find a better video from the UK, really.
Ever.
Yeah.
So you think it's the greatest ever as well?
Even when he said it,
it's difficult to measure that, bro.
Probably, but I can't remember. Maybe other than 21 Seconds, I can't remember us banging on about a video so much.
That's why I said I think we've got more important ones, but it's the greatest, if that makes sense. We might have, like 21 Seconds might be a more important song video, because that video was important. But to me, this is the greatest video I've ever seen in the UK, ever.
I'm not even mad at that classic take, man, because I think just before you continue, like, what he was able to do with like bridging the gap between the multiple generations is something that, like, new artists are going to have to study. And they're going to take stuff from, because they're going to be like, who's that? And then they find out who that person is, and it's going to make them go back and, look them up and learn more things. So for that reason alone, yeah, it might be go down, innit?
Yeah, and we will remember it. The same way that we remember the 21 Seconds video 20 years later, we are going to remember this video 20 years later. We're going to remember it as a time capsule of not just Stormzy's era, but the era before him. Grimes' era, Drill's era, Garage's era, the book era with Mallory Blackman and JLB, Ian Wright, Jazzy B.
We're
going to remember this as
Big up Soul to Soul.
Big up Soul to Soul. We're going to remember this as a time capsule of of black.
Back to.
I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Just wondering if I did. Did I?
Sorry, man.
Cool. Yeah, we're going to remember it. We're going to remember it, man. I think the song in isolation probably isn't anywhere near like a classic, but I think the video attached to the song immediately elevates it to that title, and I think it's deserved, man, because he pulled out all the stops, take away all the flossing and all of the actually nice things on the video, just in terms of like what it represented, the visuals, the way they're all holding the white umbrellas and they were dressing all white. Mega Man had the delicious Averex jacket on, and I'm not even a fan of
hat.
Fam, do you know what used to pull out Averex in 2022?
And he did it with,
I was so gassed when I saw him.
Chef's kiss.
Fam, flawless.
Yeah, man, flawless. Everything about it. I think the bars, I agree with you, man. I think he had a lot of shit he wanted to get off, and I feel like he definitely did it. Do I think it's going to follow through into the album? I'm not so sure. I think we've come to expect a balance from Stormzy because he's got a lot of people to appeal to, and he pretty much said it, and he showed it in the video. There's a part where he's like hugging all the kids. He was talking about nephews are listening. Da 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 da. He was like, my songs get played from a set to a christening. So I mean, that was a flex and a half. So that in itself tells me that this is gonna be. And even from the video that we saw from his live show where he was actually in album mode, I'm pretty sure Dave in there. I'm pretty sure Ed Sheeran was in there as well.
Yeah, Sheeran was.
So I think we're gonna get that balance.
I disagree though. I think this song showed me, if I had to guess, we're gonna get a lot more Stormzy rapping on the next album.
Yeah, almost likely.
The reason why I said I genuinely think he's gonna. I think
likely.
if the balance is gonna be cut down a lot, as opposed to because his last album was very much more towards less rapping and more christening and parties, and do you know what I mean? It was just a lot more commercial, and I think the anger that he has of the backlash that he got off that, this album I do think he's just gonna be a lot more just.
I hope so.
With Drake's got the same debate where it's just like, yo, you can never just rap, but he don't get angry at the backlash, if you get what I mean.
With Drake?
Yeah.
It does.
Does he?
Yeah, he don't like it.
Well, he made House album in it, so clearly he doesn't really rattle him too much. I don't know. You might be right. But my point being, it's rattled Stormzy to a level where I think he just might go bar crazy in this next album. I hope he does.
Yeah, I don't think he will be in the business of isolating himself from any of his fan base, because I imagine a lot of fans that know of him, parents and stuff like that, are not going to want a straight barring album. So he's going to have to accommodate certain aspects. But I kind of agree with you. I think maybe if we're going to put a number in it, maybe it would be more of a 60-40 type of thing, where it's like 60% more rappy stuff and 40% more of the kind of more mainstream stuff. Who knows? But I don't think he's going to make a straight rap album. I don't think he can at this stage. But that's fine. That's fine. Because he's given us this Lucy, or whether it's going to be on the album or not. If it's on the album, then great. Even if it's not, it's a statement of intent regardless. In isolation, you can look at it and think, rah, Stormzy listens to us. He sees what we're talking about. He knows how we are. He knows how we act. He knows how we react to him. And he's giving it to him. And that's what you can kind of appreciate about Stormzy. He can give you those sides, even if you don't necessarily like, and I do not like, the gospel aspect, all that stuff. He does it to enough of a level that people love it. And he's got an audience. So, and that's why he's able to headline Glastonbury off one album and stuff like that. So, you got to give that to him. But when he's doing this rapping shit,
Fam.
he is on a different level. Like, this Stormzy, okay, let me not go too far, but this Stormzy is a different brother. Of his era, I don't know many MCs of his era that can go up against this Stormzy. Really and truly. Because it's another level.
There's only one to me.
Who's that one?
Which is rapping.
Yeah.
Just straight barring.
Yeah.
Dave.
Sims?
I think Sims as well.
Maybe.
Sims as well. It's just to me Sims as well. Just the personality I just think it too different. But the person that just bar for bar, I think Dave's the only one that could go. To me, Sims is the best lyricist, but I think Dave is another one. Sims and Dave are the only one that can out bar Stormzy to me. But
I don't know.
That's not discredit.
I don't know if anyone from Stormzy's generation is beating this Stormzy. On Mel made me do it. I don't know. Because this one, he was different.
No, I can't lie. He was an alien. I genuinely think it was the anger though. That song was nothing but anger in my opinion. Like, I am going to floss on everyone here, and you got to take that.
Instead of him to use this anger to come and go at Chip.
But this is what I'm saying. And here's the thing.
Chip needs to stay at home.
He clearly was subbing Chip on the song. Like, why would I reply to him?
Leave him hanging like Kyrie or something like that.
Yeah. Let him bask in my glory and all that stuff.
Crazy,
so I suppose if we're going to find a little critique to that, that is the only one. Because you have not responded to this, brother. You have subbed him for a year.
Yo, shall I be honest with you? And you might know how much I want this beef, right?
I don't want it anymore.
No, but you might, at the time, you know, because Chip's a warlord. To me, Chip would have won. If Chip tries to make a diss right now, it's not going to work.
No, he shouldn't.
Like, leave it alone. Right now, just leave it alone. Because it's just, you're going to look hungry at this point now. Like, if Stormzy continues subbing you, then by all means, knock yourself out. But for Mel made me do it, brother, don't go to a petrol station. Someone
said that Chip needs to get Pep Guardiola.
I saw that.
No, if honest, no.
Someone else said, fam, he'll probably end up getting Antigone. Shout out to Antigone.
No, she's everywhere. No, he needs to get Arsene Wenger. If Chip wants to do it, he needs to get
outside the petrol
a
station.
North London legend, Arsene Wenger.
Outside the petrol station.
It's either that or you get Henry.
It's not happening.
This guy had Jose Mourinho just
Chip
from
ain't got
that
that
now,
reach.
If I speak this, I'm in big trouble. We all need the press conference that he was talking about.
Yeah, I
how
mean-
much of a fucking flex this video?
That's
Sorry, I
hard.
don't even mean to swear.
That's hard.
This video, I've never seen a UK flex like this. How is every cutscene a flex, bro? And you old washed up. Nah, I'm sorry. Yo, this video gassed the shit out of me. Wallahi, man. Like, it gassed the. And bro, this guy shut down Twitter. You know he shut down the views, by the way. I don't know if you lot clocked. He was stuck on like 2K views for like 8 hours.
I saw that.
He was stuck on like 4K views for like 8 hours because too many people watching it.
They crashed
Like, you know when we debate who's at the top in the UK, respectfully, it's not a debate.
So wait, let me ask you both a question, yeah? If Stormzy doesn't keep the same energy going into the album, what happens to his legacy?
I think
That's a bigger compliment,
if he
man.
makes an album that is disappointing to people like us, he'll just lose our respect.
He'll still
He'll
to
still
me,
be Stormzy,
to me, it's that three-headed monster, but he'll just be.
but he'll lose the
now
real
you're
rap heads.
yeah.
He'll lose the real rap heads because we've had conversations outside of this pub with people who like Stormzy but don't like his musical direction, and they're very much banking on this album as make or break as well. This is going to be the one that he either keeps us or he leaves.
Has a UK rapper ever had this much pressure? Ever?
I think Dizzy after Boy in the
probably
Corner.
Probably Dizzy.
Yeah, Dizzy after Boy in the Corner, yeah.
Maybe Skepta
I'd say
after
so.
Konnichiwa. Maybe.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think
I
I'm
don't
trying.
think so.
You know,
I think by that point, I think Skepta was solidified. I think he'd given his core what they
on
wanted.
a wider audience. That's just like the way social media
think
works
Dizzy.
now. No, Dizzy's one, but because of social media and everything now, I think the pressure on Storms. I've never seen it, man. I've never seen a UK artist with a pressure like it's like. Because now we're starting to get to that American level of pressure. Because albums didn't really mean nothing to us growing up. Now it's an American mindset where it's like, hey, if this album don't live, it's looking shaky.
Well, there are probably more people talking now about it. Innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like back in the day, we weren't privy to a lot of the conversations. Whereas now with social media, we know what everybody wants and what they need.
Yeah.
So the pressure's going to be even more so, and he knows that.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, it's the biggest pressure I've ever seen a UK artist have.
Yeah,
which
but
is
by default,
crazy.
really.
Yeah. But to me, yeah, if it's not a good album, just going back to your answer, if this album he's still part of the three-headed monster. It's just the gap between
Is that the official title?
what?
The three-headed monster?
No, to me, there's the three-headed monster.
No, but is that what we're calling them now?
I've always called yeah.
Okay.
I don't call him that.
I've never
but
heard that before. So
Oh, sorry.
That's a Mo thing, right?
But it
there.
makes sense, innit? Dave, Huss, Stormzy, the three-headed monster.
I don't know.
Alright, sorry, guys.
That's the only thing I would have wanted J Huss in the video, but yeah, he can't
Yeah.
be found more time. So
Hey, man, we know what he is. But to me, yeah, it will still be them three, but the gap is just now at a larger scale. That's all. Because they've yet to fail on the album, in my opinion. Whereas he's already slipped up. So if you slip up 2 out of 3 now, bro, you're looking at 75%. Whereas the other two are shooting at 100% right now. And they've all got the same amount of albums. So it's just, you got to work on that.
100%. And if the album is disappointing, I'll probably only look forward to Stormzy when he's doing drops like these, like the flexes and the brags and stuff, because that's his bread and butter pretty much. Like a lot of the songs that I enjoy, like Shut Up, Know Me From, you know,
First
Wiley Flow, like all those ones, the braggy ones, those are the ones that we love. But yeah, I don't think it affects him. He's already a millionaire. He's already doing his thing. He's always going to make music for a wider audience. So really and truly, in the grand scheme of things, we are so insignificant to his bottom line. It's actually a joke.
Yeah, he's the most gone clear UK rapper I think we've had, man, in terms of the success.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had a more successful
100%.
UK rapper. This guy headline Glastonbury. I think we underestimate that, by the way. No, that's the biggest concert in the world. In the world. It's bigger than Rolling Loud, all of them things, than Coachella, all of that.
Don't ever compare it to the Rolling Loud.
No, it's bigger than Coachella.
What, historically, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just deeped something. Did he have anyone from that from like Kano's generation in the video?
Jamie.
I think it's also how many people can you invite? Not trying to be funny.
I mean, listen, getting all those people in one day is a flipping.
Because we could be here.
Schedules were
We could be here
scheduling,
all
bruv.
day and just be like, "Yo, what about my man?" Do you know what I mean? We don't know who's available and who's not. Well, you don't know who's available and who's not. He might have Holland Kane.
Or Gets or Wretch.
He might have.
Well, Wretch wrote the spoken word by Michaela.
Oh, he
Cole.
wrote that.
He wrote that, yeah.
Say that. Who wrote it?
Oh, that was Michaela Cole.
Michaela
I didn't
Cole,
know
who
that was
does the narration as the legends are legending. Her poem was written by Wretch Free too.
Oh, I had no idea.
It's just goat stuff. It's just
yeah.
Okay.
It's just goat shit.
Okay, cool.
It's just goat shit.
So they were involved in some capacity.
Oh, that's an added component. I didn't know that.
Does that make it better to you?
Yeah.
There you
Everything's
go.
goated about this video.
Oh shit,
So-
yeah. That's really full circle.
Oh, for real.
Because no disrespect to JME, but
But he's quintessential grime.
Yeah,
He's
like,
I'm not
quintessential
disputing
drill.
Like, what's wrong with you,
I'm
Peter?
not
Like, what's
disputing
wrong with
that.
you, bruv? I don't even like the way you done
I'm
that.
not
sure.
disputing
Well, I
that,
don't even
bro.
like the way
But
you done that, bruv. Yeah, me wrap it up, bro. I
Yeah,
don't even like how you
clearly, he's not
ended it,
impressed,
fam.
clearly. He's not
I don't even like how you done that, man. It's going,
Jamie got classic.
I don't even
bro.
like how you done that, bro.
Listen, JME's 96 Bars of Revenge classic.
Serious.
I respect that.
You know what I mean? So I'll never disrespect the God, but come on, man.
Could have up the list.
I didn't say that, but you know.
Wow.
Kane,
Nah,
Giggs.
No, I'm sorry.
I
I
mean,
mean, no. We do.
Rich, Skip. I mean, he's got
See what we're
Rich.
talking about hypercritical of Black.
We know where Jamie's from. We know where Jamie's. We
This
know,
shit crazy.
we know where Jamie's from. I support him, bro. Jamie's one of the goats to me. We know where he's from.
I hear you. But yeah, man, fantastic.
But yeah.
Song, fantastic video. Even if this doesn't necessarily go anywhere as far as the content, we've had this moment. And it's going to shake the scene for a little while longer.
Yeah, I agree.
On multiple levels.
I agree.
The flexing, the tribute to everybody, the actual song itself.
Because even if you just want to go back to the video just for the visuals, like that's got to be something that bare people want to do. I'll just be going back to the video to look at Gabrielle sometimes. I ain't seen that in years, bro.
I feel like I saw her like a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was like,
Same
man,
hairstyle, same everything.
how you find her,
Same
man?
hairstyle.
You make it seem as if she was lost in Epping Forest, bro.
Fam, who has seen Gabrielle, bro?
I just said I saw her bro, like a couple years ago.
What, as in you
Where?
saw her on road or you
No,
saw
as in like just like online.
Gabrielle?
She might have been on.
Or maybe it's because I'm not really on socials.
Yeah, it might have been like
no,
maybe
you're
like
right.
ITV or
I
something.
ain't seen
It
Gabrielle.
might have been
Yo.
like ITV or
ain't
something,
seen
like this
Gab-
morning or something.
You seen Gabrielle in a, wow, fam. Last time I seen
Yeah,
Gabrielle
big
was
up Gabrielle,
Dreams.
man.
She had a banger though. Came
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, man.
Her.
Her,
The answer. Jeez, that was
You know
such
what I
a
mean?
banger.
Mallory
Sadie
Blackman was
Amar.
dope as well.
they're part of my childhood, man.
Yeah.
Mallory Blackman.
Yeah.
That
Shola
was-
Amma as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This guy,
Oh,
no.
shit, I meant Shola Amar, not Sadie Amar.
This guy, no, honestly.
But yeah, man, big up Storms.
UK,
He put him on notice. He put the scene on notice.
bro, do you know what it's to up the levels? It's hard to up levels in the UK.
Mm.
Like, it's hard to just, you have to elevate it. It's just, that happens once. That's a rarity to just genuinely just be like, okay, the levels are set here. I've now upped it. We don't get that a lot, if you get what I mean. We can look at it and go, yo, he's just taking it to another level now in the UK where it's like, yo, you got to catch up. You need to
Lads,
catch
we
up.
need
Man.
to wrap up, bro.
Cool.
Salute to
Salute
Stormzy,
to
man.
Stormzy.
Salute
Big
to
up
Stormzy,
Stormzy,
man.
man.
Honestly, bruv. Give me an album like this and I'll be thoroughly pleased, bro.
Big up Style OG.
Big up Style OG. Big up everybody involved.
Salute to,
Oh, yeah, man.
salute to
Mega man.
Gabrielle.
Everyone.
Who?
Gabrielle.
Why do we keep going back to the Gabrielle one?
You think when Gabrielle looks to the left here, she has to move her whole neck?
And that's what we end.